everybody. This is a nighttime session. Okay, so I'm gonna give you at least four videos here. Okay, number one is the YSL trial. We're on day number 136, and it gets more and more interesting. I'll tell you that much. Um, okay, I have two immediate thoughts here before I even start about other things. Um, DA Love seems to like attention, and I say this because, well, two reasons. Whenever the judge or the court disagrees with her, she doesn't take it well. And she argues her point, but a little bit too much to where she feels like she's whining about whatever she's talking about. So there's that. Number two, I've watched her clothes, her attire throughout the many days I've been watching this, and all her suits are loud. Um, Yesterday she was in red, and when I say red, I mean red. Look at me, I'm here, red. Okay. Today she was in green, green. So yeah. Okay. All right. So, if you guys aren't familiar with court cases, there are two sides: the prosecution or the state, and the defense attorneys, right? Okay. So, I have gotten to this point a few times in different trials where I am thinking, will the defense ever stand up and say, objection, uh, stop it, anything like that. And uh, today we found out that yes, the defense does say just no, sometimes. Not too often though. Uh, Yesterday was the beginning of when he would say, which I covered this yesterday, but when he would say 403, the judge said sustained. So yeah, but that was the first time I heard him say anything that meant don't question like that. So yeah, and then today I actually got to see him in action slightly. Only I I didn't know this was possible. Okay, but he went for the jugular today. And what I mean is, with this part is typical, but the way it's done is not typical. Okay. Whenever they have a witness on the stand, and I mean anybody, either side takes notes and or remembers everything that the witness said to then possibly use it later, right? So apparently, a witness who's been on the stand for 3 days now um, talked about, well, when someone has autism and something else, and ADHD, you can't trust them to be in a room, to be in, I guess, in the interrogation room. And so what the defense attorney did was he said, okay, so what you meant by that statement was you can't trust anybody with autism to tell the truth. And that kind of hurt because, well, I don't know. Certain things hit me certain ways. And I've been disabled all my life, and it doesn't bother me. It just is. But when someone else who doesn't understand what life is like puts you in a category along with a lot of other people, I don't really appreciate that. So I don't really appreciate for the people with mental difficulties or whatever, however you want to phrase it, um, when they're all put into a category, I don't like it. I mean, I know what he was trying to do, but I just wish he would have used other language to get there, or another non-involving, category, if you will. So that one was kind of all right. And then the DA is interesting also because um, I think she has, well, from what I've seen, two or maybe three tactics. Okay, the first day when she talks to somebody, like has them on the witness stand, she's very direct and she just asks questions and she wants answers and she wants to move along. And I get that, but then when it doesn't happen that way, she gets frustrated and or angry, and you can hear her voice level rising, and it's like at a certain point she's yelling at the witness, and even I'm saying, you don't have to yell at them. What are you actually accomplishing by yelling? I mean, do you honestly think because you raise your voice you're going to get some different outcome? I don't think so. Um, and then what happens is, I think the judge does get on her a little bit. I mean, the judge has gotten on her a few times that I've actually seen and or heard, but I also think that the judge does say some stuff that I'm not privy to, that I don't think any of us are ever going to be privy to. But I mean, I mean to say all this to show that today she said before, kind of right when they started, I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible today. And she was talking to the one witness who has been on the stand for 3 days. So makes me believe someone's talking to her and saying, maybe your tactics aren't working, or maybe try a different road. I don't know. So I don't know. Okay. Just for some clarification here, uh, the same witness is going to be on the stand tomorrow. So that makes day 4 for one guy. Yeah. Um, yeah, yeah, so. Okay. Also interesting is now the witness, this current witness, has gotten the way it kind of works, where he'll answer the question and then clarify after he answers. So that makes the the witness part go a little quicker, but still not really quick. You know what I mean? Because they were on the stand, although today they didn't start until noon. I don't know why. And then it left by 5. So 5 hours on the stand. Um, yeah, so I mean, given they've been on the stand for usually 7 or 8 hours, it is a shorter day, but still, think about it. Okay, first day you're on the stand for 7 hours. Second day you're on the stand for 7, 8 hours. That's 14, 15 hours. Then another 5 hours. So 20 hours on one witness. Um, yeah, and I think also while they're talking to the prosecuting attorney, they're also talking to the witness and saying probably something to the effect of, if you answer the questions, it'll go faster. I, I can't be sure, but I did see a marked difference between yesterday and today. Although yesterday he was clear about, he was angry with the state because they had him on house arrest for the whole weekend and he didn't like it. And he didn't like it because it was affecting his other family members also. So His answers yesterday were very short and curt, and today he was more explaining, explanative. That's a word. Um, yeah, that was him today. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Uh, let's see. He seems to be more relaxed. Like, the way he sits in the chair is very laid back. I sit up straight, but imagine if I slouched and had my back against the and kind of did a thing with like that. He's more relaxed than I can be. So that's his demeanor when he's on the witness stand. Um, yeah, I think that's it because he just was explaining a lot. And he would answer the question and then explain it. So this is the first day I've seen that from him. So yeah, interesting. And also interesting to see people's tactics and how they're different from one to another. Because the prosecutor, like I said, seems to be very direct, and the defense attorney, seems to be trying to be more, I don't know, accommodating, nicer, I guess, if that's allowed in court, and but very, very sneaky and very, I, I don't know. Like he wants to get his answers and he doesn't care who he offends. That's how he reads to me. I may be completely wrong here, but this is day one hearing him, so I might change my opinion tomorrow if I get to see him get up and, you know, uh, like question the witness again. But right now, that's how I think he is. So, all right, there's a snapshot of what happened today. All right, bye guys.